Life is a journey. What a cliche phrase, but it's true, isn't it? Life is a journey and it's filled with lessons and hardships, heartache and joys, celebration and special moments. The path taken during this journey leads to a final destination, hopefully one filled with happiness because you're living the life you've always dreamed of. The path of my journey began in Accra, Ghana, the city in which I was born. Right before my fifth birthday, I moved to Colorado, USA with my family. For my family, this move was extremely hard. We had to start our lives from scratch with nothing and struggle to make a life here. Goodwill and the Dollar Tree became our second home, and my parents fought to give my siblings and me the best childhood that they could offer. Before I was even born, my grandmother, my mother's mother, was diagnosed with diabetes in her early 40s, and throughout her years of battling with this terrible disease, she experienced complications in her body, and then towards the end of her life, her kidneys failed. She had to undergo dialysis for a few years before passing away from this terrible disease that had plagued her life for 21 years. I remember the many times that my grandma would come all the way from Ghana to visit us on a 9-hour plane ride. She would stay with us for a few months, but every time she came, she would spend hours every day at the hospital. One year in particular, she practically lived there. We were there so often that the nurses knew us by name. My grandmother wasn't just some diabetic woman in room 3 or 4 or something, but she was Mary Achampong, with a daughter, a son-in-law, and grandchildren. Seeing those nurses care for people like my grandma had inspired an unknown attraction. It became a seed planted in who I was and who I would become. And so I'm sure that's why I become someone who loves people and would go out of their way to make sure that people are welcome. It is my passion to one day become a doctor, and I will do whatever it takes to get there. As a high school student, I struggled with choosing a career path. I didn't realize how in love and fascinated I was and would become with the human body and the vast universe of cells that work together to create organs and moving parts. I also didn't come to appreciate the intricacy and the mechanisms of each system in the human body until I took anatomy and physiology last year. My major is integrative physiology. I want to become a surgeon one day. It's more than just about making money, it's a way to gain knowledge and care and serve others, to give hope and save lives. Medicine is my calling. I know I have a lot of my path left on this journey towards my dream, but that's simply what it is. So I'm willing to keep going if it means that my dreams can come true.